What's up, everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Gets the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. It is Wednesday, August 28th, and we have 5 WNBA games to talk about today. If you do like the content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps us out a lot more than you think. Let's get into yesterday real quick. We only have one game. I bet the side and the total. I hit the total. I told everybody I liked that better. The side didn't hit. Dallas actually won outright against the Aces, 93-90. So we had over 180, 181, depending on where you got it at, what time you got it. And I was actually worried about it in the first half. They started out pretty slow for that total. Normal for a WNBA game, but slow for that total. But they came through in the second half as Dallas pushed to win that game. So the over hit. Technically 1-1, so you lose a little bit, but the way I bet it, since I like the over better and I knew I liked the over better, I had more money on the over, so cashed it. Profitable day. On to today, we have 5 games to talk about today. First game up is the Sun at the Fever. Fever are 4-point home underdogs, or 3.5, wherever you can get it. Totals at 163. No real thoughts on the total. Sun should win this game. Fever have revenge. They've lost the 3 other meetings this season. So this is the last chance to win for them this season. They are playing decent ball. They did just come off a loss to, I believe, the Storm in their last game. They beat the Dream. Beat the Storm. They lost to the Lynx, actually. They lost to the Lynx on Saturday. Turned around, beat the Dream on Monday. We were on the Dream in that game. So, I would lean on the Fever in their last chance to get this team here. Sun have been playing decent ball. They did just lose to the Dream also, but the Dream were playing lights out coming out of the break, so not a terrible loss, but they won every other game. Dallas, Atlanta, Connecticut, Chicago, and the Liberty, and they're 4-1 in that time period. So I think that they could definitely beat this Sun team, or this Fever team, excuse me. But I would lean on the Fever to cover the spread in their last opportunity to beat the Sun. So Fever +4. I think I'm not going to bet that game though. Next game up is the Mystics and the Sky. Sky are home underdogs +2, and totals at 159. I like the Sky in this game at home. They do have revenge from earlier this season. The season series is 1-1. Mystics won one of those games, Sky won the other. But I think the Sky can get them this time. They're playing decent ball. They had a tough run of competition coming out of the break, but I think they can get the Mystics here. So I'm going to lean on the Sky +2 to basically win the game at home. Dream and the Storm. Storm are 8-point home favorites. Totals at 156. I like the Dream. I like the Dream to cover the 8 points. Maybe even win outright. Dream been playing good ball. Storm also playing decent basketball. But my issue with the Storm is they never win when I need them to. So they were 10-point favorites against the Mystics. Mystics beat them outright. They were 7-point favorites against the Mystics the game before that. Mystics lost by 6. Before that, they were 4-point favorites against the Indiana Fever. Fever won outright 92-75. And Seattle and the Dream coming right out of the break. Seattle was 7-point road favorites, and they lost the game by 2. So they're still top spot in one of the top spots, top 4, I think, in the WNBA in their conference. So they're going to be a playoff team. Nobody's worried about that. But covering these spreads hasn't really been their thing lately. So I'm going to this 8-point spread. I'm going to lean on the Dream, who already beat them coming out the break by 2. And now they're 8-point underdogs. So I think it was on the road, but still. So Dream plus 8. Lynx and Mercury. I'm going to lean on the Lynx on the road, minus the 4. Totals at 162. I think the Lynx are the better team, and by the end of the game, we'll be able to close the gap if down, or fend off the Mercury if they're up. So that's usually how I see it going. Whatever could happen between the first and the third quarter, but the fourth quarter is where Minnesota usually locks down and wins the game. So lean on the Lynx, minus the 4 points. Liberty and the Sparks. Liberty should win this game. We all know Liberty should win this game. Will they win by 13 points, 14 points? I don't know. And I'm not willing to bet it with all these other games on the card. So the Sparks just came off a real high-scoring game with the Wings, where they were leading most of the game. And they let up 40 points in the fourth quarter to lose the game by 3 points. So total was 170-something, and the final score was 110 to 113, like an NBA score. So I'm going to stay off this game, maybe lean towards the over, but I'm not messing with that spread. There is a chance for a backdoor cover with the Sparks, or the Liberty having to try to put some distance between them at the end of the game. Either way, I don't trust the Sparks to win, and I don't trust the Liberty to cover. So staying off that one, lean to the over. So those are going to be my plays for this video. I like the Sky plus the 2.5. I like the Dream plus the 8. And I like the Lynx minus the 4. So lock those in. Let's get this money. We'll be back to talk some more WNBA. Could have a college football play later on in the week. And just get ready for the NFL. Lock those in. Let's get this money. We'll be back tomorrow.